That was a gunner diss. I ain't gonna hold you. That one was a. Yo, where you heard that Melly coming out on this? It said he might be coming out. I thought they're trying to keep that nigga in there for forever, bro. They ain't go. They trying to do a speed. I see the rap style that it does, but I don't really like it. But the video is good. Yeah, this is considered trap. This is trap rap. You know what I'm saying? This is trap rap. Atlanta, Young Thug. You feel me? Future is like one of the goats. You know what I'm saying? But they just so Thug was like locked up for a minute. You feel me? He was locked up for a while. And like he finally, not for like a long time, but like they almost got him on a RICO. I don't know if you heard about that shit. So they almost got him on a RICO. He beat the RICO. You feel me? He beat the RICO. And this is like his first song back. You feel me? Yeah, he wanted the goats in this shit. I ain't gonna hold you. He wanted the goats in this shit. This nigga right here.
News broke that the state of Georgia is seeking to revoke your probation. You might not know a lot right now.
Hold on, that nigga. Look at this.
Do you know
nigga,
anything?
Bro. What kind of jacket is that?
Look what this.
That's Young Thug, but you probably knew that. Since breaking out in 2011, he's defined the sound of Atlanta rap, which means he's defined the sound of rap music in general. His roving, restless voice, his out-of-this-world style, his playfulness, all of this has led him to the very top of the industry. He sold a lot of records and influenced a lot of other artists. He's also had about as dramatic and difficult the last few years as a person can have. In October, after spending more than 2 years in jail before even being convicted of anything, he accepted a non-negotiated plea deal in a complicated and drawn-out RICO trial. Since then, he's been in Miami and here in Los Angeles, working on a new album called UY Scooty, named after one of the biggest known stars in the universe. Right when we were about to start filming, something happened. Here is me that night, trying to explain what we knew about the situation. So I'm standing on the set of our Young Thug video cover shoot, literally 10 minutes before our interview started. News broke that the state of Georgia was seeking to revoke Young Thug's probation. We don't totally know what that means at the moment. I don't even think he does. But Young Thug wanted to do the interview anyway, so we did it, as you'll see. I don't think anybody knows what's gonna happen, so take this as what it is, a specific and very chaotic moment in time. Dramatic, right?
Yeah, they ended up not like doing it though, cause the RICO thing was so crazy. So Young Thug basically said something on Twitter, and the not the judge, the prosecutor was trying to get his probation to be revoked, but the judge wasn't having it. The judge was like, nah, like what the hell? What the helly?
24 hours later, a judge denied the motion. That night, Young Thug was courtside at a Lakers game.
Slay, you want to slay it?
I'll give you the what? Sure.
Say Verte 3.
Okay.
Take 1.
Do I gotta close it?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well,
Boom.
Verte 3. Action.
Hell yeah.
Action.
This outfit is crazy.
I think I have to ask about the mask first.
I don't feel like people should see me. I mean, science making just like fucking reconstruct, like do something with the mask and like get a clear picture, but just like, I don't know, hidden scars and just hiding things, you know?
There's gotta be like a vibe or a spiritual feeling or something that is channeling you into this place.
I just feel big, you know? My album is UY Scooty. I feel like I'm one of the biggest stars. I did a lot foundating this culture and, you know, like the new rap game that's happening right now. I'm like out of this world.
That
Not
was
like God though.
Not like God though.
No.
Just like an artist.
Yeah. Under
Like-
God. Under God, for sure.
Was there a moment when that realization arrived?
Yeah, I was actually in court. I was on trial.
Oh, you were on trial?
Yeah.
I didn't know.
You didn't know I was on trial?
You had lyrics of yours used against you in court. How'd that feel?
I feel kind of crazy and cool because it's like, oh, everybody listen to me, you know?
Yeah.
But crazy, like the first fucking amendment is freedom of speech. Like it's crazy. Well, third or fourth, but like the top 5.
If I understand correctly, part of the terms of the probation.
Yeah, that's another thing too. You see how they using lyrics? Like I think that was one of the things they also used. They were trying to use against Melly too in his trial. You see, they using lyrics against him in his own trial. Like, yeah, like you said this in a song. You think that's okay for people to do that? Like, chat, you feel like that's okay for the I guess the government to use rappers' lyrics against them when they're on trial? Or do you feel like it's just a freedom of, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we got it over here, freedom of speech. You know what I'm saying? It's artistic relief. Like, what do you think about that?
Or like there's certain things you can't talk about, right? And on records now?
Like I can't do nothing like gang things or stuff like that on the internet.
Right.
I could really talk about what I want to talk about in music.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay. So it didn't feel inhibited in any way on the new record? Didn't change the way?
Nah. I normally like rap about cool things, you know? I just got like a few lyrics where I just rap about street stuff.
Uh-huh.
And those are the lyrics that they try to use against me. But
yeah.
most of the time I don't rap about that type of stuff, you know?
Does it make you think twice about rapping about street stuff?
Yeah, because just like the impact that you got on the community, the youth, and not because of like the law. It's more so just like realistically, like kids actually listen to us. Like, all right, we got to like dumb it down. So, you know, I listen to like new rappers now, and I'm like, my kid can't listen to that. That's great.
Really?
So I'd be like, damn, like so contradictory.
What can you say about the experience of being incarcerated for more than 2 years?
It was real.
Yeah.
Don't want to deal with it again, but definitely it was real.
Were there moments if you wondered if you would ever get out?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Are you thinking about yourself, your family, your career? Like, where does the mind go?
Family, kids, just, you know, career was like last. That was like relevant.
Really? Because you like, I mentioned this before, but like you went in at the kind of at the height, the pinnacle. I could see wondering like, oh, am I gonna get that back?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll get it back.
Because as an outsider, it was crazy to watch. It's like,
Yeah.
oh my God.
Yeah.
This guy is like at the top of the craft and now he can't do the thing that he does.
It happens like that sometimes.
Does it happen like that?
I said sometimes.
Sometimes. I think it would be human to feel in that situation like a great injustice is being done to me. Did you ever feel that way?
Absolutely. Every day.
Really? Every day?
Yeah. Innocent man.
It ended up being the longest criminal trial in Georgia history, I think.
Yes.
Something so crazy that never had happened before happened, and you were at the center of it. Did it feel personal?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Hopefully personal.
Yeah.
But shit, we made it back.
Is that a crazy feeling to be like, I'm this big and I'm also in a cell?
Yeah. I think I'm too big for jail, but I think like I'm not too big for God.
Yeah.
So like God could put the biggest person in there. I feel like I'm taller than the jail, but somehow he could just like squish me in there. I think it was like a God thing, just showing me like, you know, situations, real friends, and who you with you, and how to move and how to be, because you are UI Scooty.
Tough to feel bigger than the jail when you're
For sure.
in the jail.
Yeah. It's just like how I was treated, how the officers treated. It's just like, damn, I don't got no business here. Like, the fucking officers who work in the jail are fans. Like, the
They
officers
were?
working, they 20 years old. It's like, damn, you're a kid.
And they're fans.
Telling me what to do.
Telling you what to do. Yeah.
Which is not a bad thing. My kids tell me what to do. My girl, everybody tell me what to do, but like, to actually just sit like why I'm on punishment and you guys are my parents.
You guys are my parents, except you're gonna go home and listen to the record maybe.
Yeah, you like parenting me and telling me like, you the fucking one, bro. Like what you say on this song? Like what? It's just like so crazy. Like,
That
wow.
must be a very insane feeling.
Yeah, I think God put me in there for a reason, and I know.
Yeah, what's the
friend
reason?
situation. I don't know. I think like because I always felt like I was a good guy, so
Uh-huh.
it was like, why do I got to go to jail for you to like show me something? Why you just can't tell? I guess I was just hard-headed, and I think I love people so much to the point where the only thing that'll make me not love you anymore or just like dislike you is like betrayal, like real life betrayal when life is dependent on it.
Is that something you felt like was happening?
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. Like, you have, when, like, I'm a person, I feel like I got such a big heart, you feel me? And honestly, like, it takes a lot for me, especially when you my friend. Like, it takes a lot for me to really, like, say, yo, you're not my friend no more type shit. Like, you got to do some real drastic shit for me to like cut you off. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like once you get past that one real cutoff in your life, you know, when you had to cut somebody off for doing something grimy to you, it goes on, like life kind of goes way more smoother. Like it's easier for you to cut people off after you got that first cut off right. You know what I mean? It could be a family member, it could be just a friend, it could be your cousin that you grew up with. Somebody do you dirty and you finally got that one out of you. All right. Anybody else, you don't get a chance to even come next to me. You don't get a chance to try to play me. You don't get a chance to even, you know what I mean? And he's talking about the fact that Gunna, who was his artist, you know, a lot of people are saying Gunna snitched and left Thug in jail and all this stuff, and Gunna should have just sat there and not said anything, you know? So he's talking about him too, while he's like indirectly speaking about being, you know what I'm saying, knowing that people will backstab you when you're like down and out. You ever realize like you be up, nigga? I remember I had my crib, y'all. Bro, chat. I had my house, bro. I used to have parties there and all that, bro. And all them motherfuckers was always around, bro. Always around. We had the parties. And when shit wasn't going so good for me back in the day, ask me who showed up. You feel me? Like the real people who really had my back really showed up. You know what I mean? It's the niggas who, you know, but when you got see a bunch of fake motherfuckers around you, bro, that's just what happens. Like, and then you gotta like kind of defer like who is really in your corner for real. You know what I'm saying? I went through that shit. You know, I'm glad. Like, you know, like when you go through certain shit like that, you be happy that the shit happened because it teaches you a lesson, a true lesson for real.
Betrayal happen every day.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know that. I mean, you gotta ask. I feel betrayed. I feel fucking jaded. Like, it's crazy.
Does it feel good to be standing here right now then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
To be out.
Like, you knew you were gonna see that again.
Absolutely. I would like talk on the phone with my lawyer and things, and he'll be like, he got like houses in the mountains and things. He'll show me all this, so I'll be still like kind of seeing the scenery. It was 2.5 years. It was crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Yeah, going from this to like a jail cell is nuts.
I can't imagine. I can't imagine. And then back to this.
Made it out.
Yeah.
This outfit is
maybe
crazy.
Constrained in what you can say and not say, but you ultimately did decide to plead guilty to 6 counts. That a difficult decision?
Absolutely. Just pleading guilty to something you know that you didn't do or that's not yours is crazy. But you get a chance to keep fighting and then worry about the juror's fate or you just go ahead now. Go home. It's like, shit, go home.
Still feels like the right decision now?
Yeah.
Are you like domestic? Are you in the house?
Yeah, for the most part.
Really?
My girl, she be...
Your girl's Mariah the Scientist, right?
Yeah.
Are y'all like on the couch watching shows?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely.
Just like total domestic
Sometimes
bliss.
you gotta come get me from where I'm at though. Sometimes I don't want to go home. She's just like,
Oh, she gotta
coming.
come grab you.
Right.
She was in court supporting you, right?
Yeah.
That must have meant something to you.
Absolutely.
There's this song on the record that is like so raw, where you guys are basically just singing to each other.
Yeah.
So confessional that I was like, I wonder if they thought twice about sharing this with people.
No. It's
No?
music. It's just like, there's people all over the world going through that.
It felt very intimate though.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is something there that relate to you?
Yeah. Of course. I mean, you hear.
That's
right.
good.
All right. That's your point, right? That's art.
That's good.
Yeah. But it's like you're putting a lot of yourself out there in that art. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's your job.
You think so?
As an artist, that's your job. What else is to talk about? You want to talk about clothes and shoes, or you want to talk about real things? Like things that people could feel forever and like come see, you know?
Yeah. Although there's a great tradition of
Right.
songs about clothes and shoes too.
Oh, for sure, for sure. Sometimes you gotta do that too. I do that to like keep people up to par with what to wear.
Yeah.
So the young guys that's looking up to me that want to know what coat this is and what thermals these are, those guys could be like, oh, this what it is.
I do need to know what thermals those are. We're gonna need to know.
I'll tell you off camera.
Okay. All right. I said.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit.
One thing about Young Thug, he always been himself though. You know what I'm saying? I always champion artists like that. That's being themselves. That's not biting off of another artist. He's always been himself. That's a fact. That shit crazy. We gonna check out the YMW Melly shit after this though, for sure.
Record earlier, UY Scooty. Did it feel the same as it felt before? Like when you came back and started doing it again, did it come easy? Did it come hard?
It came easy. I never lost it, nothing. I never lost it. I wrote music in jail and like, I just listen to music sometimes in court and like things like that. So I never like lost it. I was still up to par on like what was going on, you know?
Did it feel like making other records?
No, it's a whole different feeling for sure.
How so?
Cause you just in court fighting for your life. Now you like in a studio at home, surrounded by love and beats.
One thing I noticed about the record is you can really hear like every word. You hear your voice. It's like high in the mix. There's not a lot of effects. It's just like the voice is right there. Was that deliberate? Was that something you thought about? Yeah.
I've told like my manager, I told G off like things like I just want to make music where you can actually hear me. Cause I always talk shit. I always talk that shit, but like sometimes you can't like hear it. Sometimes you're like, what he saying? You know? Yep. So it's like now like I feel like I'm new. I feel like I'm a new artist. I feel like I just came in the rap game again. Another thing I noticed about the record is, and I mentioned this song with Mariah the Scientist earlier, but it's a very confessional record. It's like you talk about your mom. You talk about your feelings about being in the news. You talk about crying on like more than one song. It's like very raw. Did you set out to do that? Or is that just what happened when you kind of... It's always natural. When I record, it's always just like natural. Like however you feeling. Some days I might just feel happy and I just make like lit songs. Some days I just be like, not so happy. It's funny that you say that because there was like a part of me that walked away and I was like, this is kind of a record about being rich and sad. But maybe that's just my takeaway and I'm not right. Yeah. I don't think I speak about like being rich, like enrichment in the song. Yeah. I think you just think that I'm rich. And then I'm making a sad song. So I'm like, he's sad. You're like, damn, he's rich and sad. A big family, I know you guys are close. Yeah. Are you still around that? Absolutely. Well, I say, because if I understand correctly, tell me if I'm wrong, that like part of your probation is you can't go home, right? You can't go back to Atlanta? Yeah. Only for like certain things. Only for certain things? Yeah. Do you miss it? Atlanta? Yeah. Yeah. It's home. Yeah. Sometimes. I was already out of Atlanta before this case. Though. Oh, really? Yeah, I lived in LA. Like fully in LA? Yeah. Okay. Since like 2017. So you don't really feel like you're in exile or anything? Yes. You do? Absolutely. Well, if you can't go back, then I guess by definition, right? Can't go home. It's crazy. What does that feel like?
Yeah, they told that nigga, you can't go back to Atlanta for at least 15 years, his hometown. Like, how you tell that nigga that? That's crazy.
It just feels like abuse.
Before all this happened, I think Atlanta was like the center of rap culture. Do you think it still is?
Absolutely.
Yeah?
We create the wave. You got other places that's popping for sure. Like everybody's popping now. Yeah. But like everybody still like sound like Atlanta or like move to Atlanta or rap about Atlanta.
Let's be real, bro. New York City was held the mecca for this is where was hip hop found. Hip hop was found in the Bronx, New York, right? Let me just put that out there real quick from a New York historian, from a hip hop historian, right? And New York had the torch for over decades, right? For 20 years, 25 years plus. Then Atlanta got I think the West Coast also had it for like a few years too when Tupac was alive, you feel me? And then Atlanta got it, but everybody know the best spitters, the best rappers come from New York. Everybody knows that. Right? Now that Atlanta got the torch, I just feel like hip hop has been watered down. No offense. I feel like hip hop is watered the fuck down. Since Atlanta got the torch, that shit is watered down. Now niggas not even really rapping no more. Niggas all they want to do is hit the melodies and talk about the same shit. Now you got drill music taking over the world, killing all types of shit, bro. When New York had the torch, shit was on point. This shit got watered down since we gave that torch away, bro. That's why I need New York to like bring it back, man. We shouldn't even been on the drill wave. I'm gonna be real. We should never even been on the drill wave in New York. We should have made up our own shit. We made hip hop. What the fuck happened, bro? God damn.
It's like you got artists from a whole other place rapping about Atlanta.
Even if you're not there, I assume you still feel like one of the kind of leaders of that
Of
scene,
Atlanta?
that city, yeah.
Yeah. One of the guys that plowed Atlanta into the rap industry.
You would put yourself in that category.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Who else would you put in that category?
Future, Savage, Lil Baby, Migos, Tip, Andre 3000, Gucci.
That's the Mount Rushmore right there.
Absolutely. We got a lot of kings in Atlanta.
Have you kept up with like rap in general? What do you think of the current like state of the art?
I'm a musician, so I don't think no music is bad or nothing is like wrong. Everything is just fire.
Well, it feels like when you were away, it was sort of dominated by this like Drake Kendrick thing, you know?
Yeah, for most of it.
Which I don't know if you have like a side in that. Atlanta kind of even got dragged in by Kendrick, which was an interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just like spoke on people's name in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what that was about. But
But,
I'm like a Drake fan.
Do you feel like it's like rap music in general is in a good place?
Yes. I think the numbers could be better, but yeah.
Oh, you mean like people could be selling more?
Yeah. I seen something about like the percentage in hip hop has like went down.
Oh, really?
I seen something like that when I was locked up. So
Do you have a theory about why?
I think a lot of people like rapping about the same thing. And nobody's bringing like something that you can actually watch. You can enjoy the music and like enjoy the things that they do, but like we used to like make movies.
I agree.
I think
Facts.
now it's just like quick. You got to get back to like movies.
It's watered down. Like who took the torch of that? Y'all got the torch right now. Why the shit is so watered down now? TikTok came in, the shit watered down as hell, bro.
Like got to get back to where like people respect it.
Why do you think they went away from that in the first place?
Because like it was just a big wave of like nothingness running the game. Like super simple videos, not really high price videos. Like that wave like came in really strong. So even the people that was doing high price videos, they started doing like regular videos because that's what was popping.
Yeah.
But I think now we did it so long to the point where we like comfortable with that and we don't want to do stuff like this no more that take time. Now we just like, man, let's just go ahead and shoot the video. Let's you know,
Yeah.
instead of like a fucking day set, 2 day set, you know, shit like that.
Yeah. What do you remember about like your early days as an artist when you think about those days now?
Just like being happy and like free.
I've heard interviews where you talked about kind of bruising early encounters with the industry. Like your deal with Gucci was like kind of weird, right? Or like even Lior, I've heard you say like that started out kind of weird, right?
Yeah, because we just didn't know each other.
Yeah.
We ended up being like good friends, mentors.
Did you like hold those dealings against them, you know, later on?
When I was younger, yeah, because I
Yeah.
just didn't realize and recognize like people's point of view or way of hustling. Now I have some of those similar ways of hustling and points of view. So now it's just like, oh, okay. Even when we got cool, like me and Leo got super cool, like he my mentor. Like even when we got like super cool, like I still didn't understand some of the things he did that I felt like he did back then. But now just like growing older and like owning a record label and doing things like that, it's like, okay, cool.
It does seem like you made a point though with your label of maybe doing differently with artists than the way that people dealt with you.
Yeah, I don't be really like taking money from my artists and stuff like that. I just like to help people, you know?
One of those artists was Gunna. You guys did a ton of songs together.
Yeah,
Very successful on your label.
yeah,
He was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
yeah. I know everybody wondering that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
I guess that's his own form of answer, huh?
You like to like plow
I do, absolutely.
deep into things.
Yeah. I'm a pro.
That whole speech you gave me earlier, like, yeah, I'm new to this shit. All this shit was just cap.
Oh, no, I'm new to the cameras. The
okay.
interviewing,
Okay.
I'm not remotely new to.
Yeah. I thought you was gonna lie because I saw you a few times interviewing.
Those are the only ones I've done on camera. Do you have bigger ambitions for the label or just in general kind of going forward?
Yeah, we just pushing positivity, and we just going for the gusto. We trying to like kill the whole rap game and just like do it big and just help people in general, help society, help the communities we from, and just like be just so great, you know?
We've been walking through this insane house and we have not commented on one single thing, but I feel like we have to at least note that there's a giant bear behind you.
Like, what is this about?
Are you a taxidermy man?
Excuse me.
Yeah, that man. Yo, when Young Thug got locked up, bro, we was all surprised because we were like, this nigga's at the head, like the height of his career.
Maybe like,
why are you still doing things like this and you're a millionaire and shit? You feel me? So, but apparently he was innocent.
9 years old.
Really? It's a long time though before you start making records, right?
What you mean? Like making songs?
Like putting out albums, mixtapes.
Why do some people call albums records?
Which one is confusing? Album is record or record is album?
I mean, that's what it was always called, like from back in the day before, you know, there was CDs and shit. They were records, you know, like they were those big ass things with the record player and shit. That was the album. That was the record. That record that you put on the vinyl with the, you know what I'm saying? The names of like the songs and shit like that. That was considered the album. And then we adopted CDs and stuff like that. And then now everything is digital. You feel what I'm saying? So that's why everyone calls it that, sir. Like
a record is a song.
Okay, record is a song.
An album is an album.
Yeah. Bro,
let me show you this real quick. Let me show you this guy. Records from back in the day. We talking about 1970s. Let's see. 1970s, right? Images. These were what they called records, right? And these also could be a whole album. This right here got like 1, 2, 3, a few different songs. The Beatles. You know what I'm saying? That's what we talking about right now, bro. So it's like, it's not far-fetched for this guy to say records, you know? But it is what it is.
42 years old. A record is an album.
I mean, I didn't want to put age in it.
Hear what he just said? He's 42 years old. A record is an album. He's literally he's giving him game. Why this interviewer right here? Shout outs to him. He's giving Young Thug some game, right? Some of these guys, they get the money, they get rich and stuff, and don't know shit about where shit came from in the music industry. Nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even I knew that.
Before you start making records, right?
What you mean? Like making songs?
Like putting out albums. Mixtapes.
Why do some people call albums records?
Which one is confusing? Album is record or record is album?
A record is a song.
Okay, record is a song.
An album is an album.
Yeah. Bro, I'm 42 years old. A record is an album.
I mean,
you know what he said? An album. Like, they used to have that big ass joint put on the vinyl. They have that's your whole album some of the time. Then they'll have another record where it would just be one song on the record, but it's just encompasses the whole thing. Like, that's a record. Record is an album. The same shit. It's literally the same shit.
I didn't want to put age in it, but I was you know.
I'm like,
record is crazy. Like,
yeah.
You shouldn't be saying record at 42, maybe 60.
Speaking of albums, I feel like I remember when you started out, people make a big deal of the fact that it was like, oh, you wore a dress on the cover of an album. In retrospect, were you trying to be provocative, or was that just kind of naturally like the way you came up?
I think it was just like...
He started the sassy shit in hip-hop.
Making people mad.
Like by design.
Provocative to a man is crazy. I think I was just doing it like just making people mad.
Like intentionally?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it was fun. And where did it come from? Where did the idea come from?
I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of my ideas come from UI Scooty.
The stars.
Just come from fucking
Outer space. Now I think when people kind of write the history of this era, they give you a ton of credit for that, bringing that super like melodic trap sound to maybe like more of the mainstream of rap.
I'm the first to do it.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, because I always think that I was the first to do things, but then I'll see like, I see history, and it's just like, damn, they did that. Like, it's crazy.
But it felt like you were the first
Yeah.
to do it. Yeah. A lot of that early stuff was like Rich Gang. It was like with Rich Homie Quan. Why did that partnership end?
I think we just grew and became our own bosses and men, and then we didn't want to keep doing like the Rich Gang albums. We were getting bigger, so it's like I want to like do my own shit. I want to like,
You wanted to do your own thing.
I think he did. I was okay with it, but because I feel like I love music, but I don't care about song. I'll have a #1 hit record song, and I'll put you on it. I don't care.
Right.
It's just like, so what? Whoever goes to the top with you, go to the top. I don't care. I never was the guy that cared about that type of stuff, So I would have been okay with just like keep doing it. And we still was dropping our own music at the same time of doing that. So it's just like, it really was bigger. Mm-hmm. But I guess like everybody couldn't see that. So people just do things. Make mistakes.
Do you hear your influence now?
Absolutely.
Yeah. What do you hear that you're like, oh, that's me?
I don't want to say everything, but like, and the crazy part is I can't say that everybody like do something that I did, because it was a lot of things that I did in the beginning that somebody else did, but I never knew they did it. Mm. I just like did it.
What's an example of that? You
like wearing a dress. I never saw nobody wear a dress.
Yeah. So like maybe somebody did, but you never saw it. Yeah.
What I said, he started the sassy shit, and I feel like for his generation, for sure, the Atlanta shit, yeah, he started wearing the dresses and started, all types of shit. But apparently they were saying he was like a real street nigga, like he was really out here allegedly, doing some things. But he was on wearing dresses and all. Yeah, it was different.
Then as soon as I did it, people like, oh, Andre 3000, this and that, and this guy, and this guy, and this guy did it, and this guy did it, and just like, oh, now everybody did shit.
But I think he made that shit like popular. Like when 3000 was like, Andre to us was like, Andre is just a different person,
I can't say, people flows or people like rhythms and things just 100% come from me. I think that it can.
But like, if you listen to the radio now, you're like, yeah.
Absolutely.
That's me.
Yeah, you hear some shit and you just like, for sure, me for sure. Like, you never sounded like that or you never rapped like that.
What about style? Do you see your influence in that?
I wore skinny jeans when everybody wore big jeans.
The other one that comes to mind is like the choker, right? Where it's like the big chain.
Sir, you did not start skinny jeans, bro. Respectfully. You did not start a skinny jeans fad. Like, let's talk about the jerkin era. I feel like the jerkin era in LA, low key, started a lot of the skinny jean wearing. You feel me? You were a jerk like back in like early 2000s. You didn't start the skinny jeans wearing. Stop, bro. Stop it.
It becomes like the small chain.
Right. I just never liked long chains back then. I got a lot of long chains.
And then he trying to give him the choker credit. Like, it was legends of Metallica and like metal music. Like I said, metal music. Yeah, like rock, all that shit. Stop it, bro. Like, what are we talking about?
Now, but back then, I never liked long chains. So I was probably the first rapper ever cutting chains, But I see like old videos from like 94, 93 with Tupac. Yeah.
First rapper ever? What is he talking about? See, I was with you with the sassy female dresses and stuff. Yeah, I'll give you that. But you weren't the first rapper doing none of that, bro. Like, when it comes to the fashion shit, stop it, Five.
Then I never liked long chains. So I was probably the first rapper ever cutting chains, But I see like old videos from like 94, 93 with Tupac, and I'm on the short chain. So it's like, damn, like I thought I was the first person doing it.
I'm glad he said that.
Do you know where it's going? That. I mean, I feel like maybe I'm looking at where it's going style-wise, but do you like think people watch you very closely in terms of like what you're wearing?
Yeah. I'm just like one of the people that just like opened those doors for like us. Like, people probably was scared to wear a dress, until me. The first time it happened was obviously Andre 3000 and whoever was before him, but
Yeah.
this generation, this fucking time, I'm the person for that,
I guess it would be natural to want things to be the way they were before. You know what I'm saying? Like before all this stuff happened. Are you okay? Like if it's different now?
Yeah, because it's different for like for better.
You think so?
Yeah, in certain ways, I'm smarter, I'm older. I know what jail feels like. I know what, faults, betrayals. I know what everything feels like, and I know like how to go forward.
I don't think anybody would opt for 2 years in prison, longest criminal trial in Georgia history. No one would choose to go through that. But do you feel at peace with all that stuff at this point?
Yeah, I felt at peace with it when I was going through it. It's just the probation part that's like kind of stupid to me. But like, I felt peace the whole time. Like I wasn't stressed at all. I really was chilling. I guess I just knew subconsciously that wasn't the end for me. Cause I got bigger plans for me.
So you felt peace then. How do you feel now?
I feel peace. Absolutely. I feel like more peace now. Like you can move with almost nothing over your head, You got probation, but that's really nothing. I'm not gonna violate probation, Almost like fully peaceful. Once probation over, then it's like, okay, cool,
Then it's full peace.
For sure.
And until then?
It's 90%.
But maybe we'll take 90%.
Absolutely. I'll take 10% peace.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh, wow. That was a good one. That was a good GQ interview. I'm not finna hold you. That was a good one, man. He was spitting some stuff. Like I said, I don't think, nobody. You didn't start no skinny jeans era. That's what I'm saying. Like, right now, Atlanta, they feel like they started so much stuff, like, and then you just be like, wait, what? Like, you let somebody, they even talking about something, they got the best fashion over there. Everyone knows New York City got the best fashion, bro. Even as a kid, I knew that when I was like going to other states as a kid, the respect that they had for New York, just you being from New York was just like a different respect. Like I went to Atlanta. Let's talk about, cause that's where he's from. I went to Atlanta back in the day, bro. And I went to, I was out there for business or whatever, like, and I went there and I went to like this club called Club Mansion. You feel me? They looked at my ID like I was from New York. Okay, New York in the building. All right, New York. Like we just get so much love in different states, because let's be real, like we really that, like New York City, like really that, like there's nothing compared to the energy that a New Yorker brings, no matter where they go. You feel me? And we got like so much love. Like I ain't gonna hold you, so much love, bro, so much love. You know what I mean? But the skinny jeans era to me did not start from day. I think cause I grew up in the jerkin era. The you a jerk and shit. I know. You a jerk. I know. The Oakland, that whole Oakland John. I feel like they really was the ones who was really, you know what I'm saying, doing the skinny jeans. This is when I was rocking my skinny jeans. Young Thug had nothing to do with that shit. You feel me? Let me show you real quick. You a jerk. New Boys. This is the era that was really rocking the skinny jeans and was like really, you feel me? Like, stop it, bro. Wah, 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 wah. 11 years ago, right? Then you got like even Cat Daddy 14 years ago. Like that was really where I feel like I got we talk about influence. Like I was influenced by the skinny jeans during that era. Like I ain't gonna hold. You feel me? Okay. And I know it is hot. Look. And these are some Californian shit. We was rocking skinny jeans in high school and all that shit. Young Thug had nothing to do with that. That's all I'm gonna say. Young Thug had nothing to do with. And like, especially like where we from too in New York, like a lot of people used to, you know, dance like bad one, bad one, doing all those moves. You could only do them shits in skinny jeans. Let's talk about the skinny jeans with like the rockers and shit like that was rocking skinny jeans back. Oh, skinny jeans being influenced in hip hop. That's what we talking about. We not talking about, because I could also bring up some of the rock stars and shit that wore the tightest fucking pants. You feel me? Stop playing. Like 14 years ago, Cat Daddy.
I start nursing school in September.
Featuring Chris
and
Brown.
I sent off my application.
Featuring my boy Chris Breezy. Jean Skinny. Like, you heard what he just said? I don't think there was a Young Thug that was influenced this shit, bro. LA, not LA, but the West Coast, because this is like a lot of Oakland people that was really doing their thing. This is why I give the West Coast their love too, because I feel like their influence on the way people dress, all types of shit, that was a big deal. Like, you know what I mean?
You call it thinness.
Oakland especially. Oakland, the Bay Area. Shout outs to y'all niggas, man. All that time, that was skinny jeans and Vans. What do they talk about? Talk about some Atlanta made skinny. What? Baggy shit, we definitely put that shit out there. Like New York, yeah, we stamped the baggy shit for sure ski. You feel me? And then you go down to the South, they were wearing extra baggy shit back in the day. But we gonna talk about skinny jeans. I gotta give it up to these niggas, like for real. I like niggas that was skateboarding, you know what I'm saying? I skateboard and shit like that. Niggas that was, I wore Vans, skinny jeans, all that shit. Way before a Young Thug. Like, I don't know what's going on. Atlanta, like there was a some of that went viral. I think Lil Yachty was trying to say Atlanta is the started some shit, and then people just went crazy in the comments like, what? Like y'all taking it too far now. Like maybe a person from New York moved down to Atlanta, but y'all ain't. Stop. What's good, Dior? I'ma put all the stores. Yeah, we talk about, like, we was just watching a Young Thug interview. He was saying, like, you know what I'm saying, they made skinny jeans and they probably made the small chains and all types of shit that he was saying he did. You know what I'm saying? Like, that joint is crazy. Yo, see you later, RBC. See you later, my boy. You feel me? But yeah, like, nah, hell to the nah, bro. Nah to the nah. But I gotta play this song, though, because, like, even though he not fucking with...
No one does you.
Even though he not fucking
Your
with
dog
Gunna,
deserves real meat.
they made this classic that I gotta play. You know what I'm saying? They made this classic that I got to play. They made this classic that I gotta play. But back to this, though. Like, skinny jeans was not made by y'all niggas in Atlanta. Stop it. I want to give that up to... I would say I'm gonna give that credit to the rockers. And I'm gonna give that credit to the niggas from Oakland. The niggas from the Bay Area in California. I'm gonna give it to them. The baggy joints, we gonna say we did that. You know what I'm saying? We gonna say New York was really the one who kept that shit on the mark. You know what I mean?
Don't leave my cousin upstate, so I got him